What you want, ground stink? Huh? Dumb grovel stink need new drugs. Something stronger. Something uglier. New drugs ready for sampling. Sleep well, idiot.
Eothas will take what remains of your soul.
Got it.
Eh, you want baubles? You give me coin, you get all the baubles you want. Can't read, dumb ground stink. You forget, eh? You forget? You want imp spray? You want it so badly, eh? Here, you collect it. Enjoy spray, ground stink. First one's free. Lots more where that came from. Big, smelly ground filth likes threatening poor, defenseless imp. You buying or not? Some of us have jobs.
Tane has asked something of you. Tane's taste always did veer toward the eccentric. But if you won't be candid with me, I certainly won't twist your arm. Keep your own counsel, then. I will keep mine.
You didn't lose the scroll, did you? Because I didn't make a copy. Do you need one? I'd be surprised if most of the Hand even knows that this place exists. They want the world to think they write travel guides and circulate pamphlets of local history. It gets shady when you read past the margins. Things don't always add up. Not even the Hand could tell you which facts they edited for convenience's sake, which ones they spelled out, and which ones they spelled wrong. And this could be where it all happens.
Amateurs. Time and again, their agents showed up at my doorstep and wormed their way into my confidence, hoping to sabotage my research. I sent them home with bags of their own teeth, as a parting reminder that my time is precious and my patience thin.
Some speak of the Hand Occult as hyper-competent masters of four-dimensional Hazatoa, when they know of them at all. In truth, the Hand's operations are haphazard and ill-executed. We know they exist because they inevitably leave evidence of their work wherever they go. That they succeed in spite of themselves is hardly evidence of the Hand's competence.
If they ever had one, you can bet they've changed it a dozen times over the years. Anyone who wants to control information on that scale wants to engineer society. Whatever they plan on doing with that power, you can bet they'll lose control over it in the end. You don't keep something like a society constrained to just one vision. That is a head-scratcher. I suppose the solution is to be skeptical. You have to ask yourself, how much do you trust anything in a book? Does a story become more true because someone paused to write it down? I should really charge for discourse this engaging.
Bostenago, you couldn't pay me to listen.
If we're to be indulging outsized egos, I'd rather listen to Isilmir's prattle.
Ask away. You know me, I'm an open book with plenty of pictures.
I do hope you didn't breathe in any of those fungal spores. Gods only know what havoc they may wreak on your lungs and other systems. What a curious tome. May I see it? I'll be but a moment. Intriguing. I can't tell if this is a bit of Hand Occult chicanery or something more enticing. You found them all! On in one volume, too! What a weight that is off my mind! You refer to the first Lengrath. Yes, I know, but I wouldn't call him a parasite. It's a matter of perspective, isn't it? Our arrangement is cooperative, not predatory. From generations of mentors and apprentices, he gets eternal life, or something near to it. He gives us knowledge in exchange. It doesn't work like that, I'm afraid. Though in my lonelier moments, I sometimes wish it did.
You should count yourself lucky.
Yes, he was a wily man. I would have liked to know him before he became the presence I know now. I suspect he would have liked to know you too. So, you know the truth of Lengraf. What happens now? I know they're little more than trinkets after the gift you've given me. But please, take these.
Watcher? Whisperer? Spread. Growth. Claim. Ambulate.
What?
Scour. Slake. Consume. Grow. Ingest. Eat. Devour.
There, up ahead. I'll be your lookout. I see you there. This is futile.
Agrasima, how you dote on me, Count.
Always nice to see a friendly...
I despise you, Tane. If I had hands, I would wring your scrawny neck. That goes for everyone in earshot. What a filthy, disorganized hovel. You have no basis on which to judge me, simpleton. I've seen what you carry. Ugh. I have forgotten how much I detest mortal company. The stench alone is unbearable. We have nothing to discuss, you insipid pustule. I have found more competent sea captains floating face down in watery graves. What would you like to know? It will swallow you like a piece of half-chewed gristle, depositing you where you belong atop a divine dung heap. Beyond that, I know little.
Would you look at that? Consul Hot, the all-knowing, finds a blind spot in his education.
Underestimating me would be your greatest mistake, apprentice. One that I will not stop you from making. Our mission? If you presume to imagine that we have similar goals, allow me to correct your catastrophic error in judgment.
Oh, fantastic. You've wound him up again.
We have only one thing in common. We both want you to die. I am indifferent to your existence, but you clearly desire a worthy end. Isn't it obvious? The way you launch yourself into peril at every turn, these are the actions of one who has lived too long, wandered too far, and willingly climbs to the precipice of oblivion. Self-annihilation is the most natural ambition a sentient mind can achieve. And when you find yours, I will be there to cheer you on. I will be listening, Watcher. I always am. And when my time comes, you will pray for the indignity of bobbing in my shadow. No, yours will be a more horrible fate. That is a promise.
I miss that guy. It's not like that. We're good friends. We just disagree on everything.
Your chaotic orb is amateurish folly. Any half-wit can lose control of a spell and be delighted by its unpredictable consequences. Your career should have been consigned to the waste bin of history before it even began.
That's our consulate, right? You old trickster. Know it? I kinda just assumed that was the case. If I learned anything from my disgustingly wealthy father, it's that all dynasties have bloody beginnings. Someone has to get their hands dirty in the name of progress, but that's life, isn't it?
Sure.
Are we supposed to climb into this thing?
Some kind of Vithrak dumbwaiter. Perhaps we can make use of it.
You intend to put us in this sack, don't you?
colony wouldn't have spread this far unless it was put to good use.
Oh, no, thank you, no.
Why not? Be cautious. Be constant.
Foes ahead.
My eyes are peeled.
Oh, clumsy Kithy, disturb the web. Capture the interlopers.
A free Kithling stalks the nest, thoughtlessly killing Sisak's clutch. What is this one's purpose? Sisak asks. The Kith is a meal escaped from the Hoarder's nest. This one should have thought as much. Tender, juicy intruder cannot leave. Sisak must end its trespass. The contract says. The Kith seems confused. Sisak will humor it. The sightless eye watches over Sisak's clutch, loves Sisak's clutch, gives this one fruitful layings and sweetest, juiciest morsels to eat. In exchange, Sisak kills the Kith intruders. But soon, Sisak's clutch will leave. This one needs only wait until the Hoarder is grown thick and strong and screaming. Sisak's progenitor even signed stupid, flimsy Kith paper that says so. The Kith waves about the dead beast skin with much enthusiasm. Let Sisak read it, yes. The undersigned, and all successive generations thereof, do solemnly agree to protect this sanctum in perpetuity. But Sisak gets to leave. This one's progenitor told him, promised him they only need wait a few more generations. This stupid paper says we must stay? No! Does the Kith mean Sisak's clutch is free? That this one may dig a glorious burrow into the earth, and dig, and dig, and keep digging.
Deftly done, Watcher.
I will never argue against a tidy solution. This beats picking spider silk out of our armor.
Perhaps the Kith's scent is not so offensive after all.
Leave it to me.
Kith interloper gets its clumsy flat feet all over the beautiful perfect web. Sisak will humor it if it promises to stand at a distance. This one cannot abide the warm Kith's smell. The Kith below sing their sorrows unceasingly. The Hoarder sups on their minds, but leaves the sounds. It is inconsiderate. The Horde cannot sleep for their screeching. The Horde grows restless. The Kithling speaks of the sightless ones. They pluck from above, Kith with minds full to brimming, and lock them in cages. Their minds are void. Only the whisper of the many-eyed one resounds. It is a collection. Sisak has seen the cages, sorted and catalogued, numbers and names all gone. The occupants are a treat for the Hoarder, and when it has feasted, their minds grow quiet, They do not touch the Horde. That is acceptable to Sisak. This one and its clutch have always been here. The clutch comes from the walls.
It's mine now.
It only looks like a machine.
I'm going to wait out here.
This is futile!
Yeah? Let's do this.
What do you need?
Watch it! Yes! That's the stuff. This is nothing. Huh? Let's go. Nice hit. Yeah? Sure. Would you look at this? Sure.
Not exactly my area of expertise.
Got him. Take this!
Your aim could use some improvement.
Hey, watch out.
Yeah!
Oh, good.
Yeah!
Come on!
Let's do this.
As one.
Let's go.
Your aim could use some improvement.
Leave it. It's mine now. Quick. Quiet. No problem. Maya. Sure. Time to see and not be seen. Yeah? Sure. Why not?
A sanctum to some, a slaughterhouse to others.
Let us cleanse this place, Watcher.
Leave it to me. Huh? Quickly and quietly.
A construct regulator. Arkmir tried to build one himself, but neither of us wanted to cut its nails or trim its fur.
Yet another vile horror in this prolonged succession of nightmares.
Hey now, at least we haven't stumbled across a corpse tree. Yet.
I seem to recall these controllers gather bits and pieces of leftover scrap from the work of knitting flesh and bone. Over time, they develop tumors, limbs, and even organs. Getting them to cooperate is not so simple as flipping a switch. Better to imagine milking a giant cow or petting a cat.
You saying this thing's just a big kitty? Think I'll stick with the normal shaped ones. With the fur and the tails and little ears.
Why not? No problem. Yeah?
Can you... Would you look at that? Everything slowed down and all the noise in my head went quiet. Thank you. And thank you, friend. I have not forgotten your kindness after the circle was so cruel to me.
I gave you a cup of tea. That is no excuse to paw at me like a grateful kitten.
I must find my way to the surface or the closest thing to it. Once I am safe, we can speak more again, Huck.
insufferable.
This facility never lacked for raw material to experiment on.
Cadnua looked a bit like this. After Aethys rose.
Trespasser! Are you here to save us?
Casita, we have had this abomination before. It is the voice of the collections, the very mouth of madness.
You must be here to save us! See without dreaming. Release us! See without seeing. Seeing. Silence or be silenced! We see back. See you. See beneath you.
The horrors of Engwith truly know no bounds.
I expected to find the jailer of this sorry institute, but it seems we've only found another prisoner.
These poor souls. Killing them would be a mercy.
Well, it sure don't look friendly.
You have to help! We're trapped in here! You have seen what cannot be unseen! Please, just give us back up! There is no salvation. Only plaintive cries attend this charnel pits. Dream forever, sleeper!
Yes.
Collapses in a pile of wrinkled flesh and gaping maws, expiring with an expulsion of fetid breath from deep within. Essence flows around you, and a voice echoes at the edge of hearing.
Truly,
That's the Titan's key. But it's preposterous!
Within the flow of souls, you find the gem-like sparkle of something precious. Something core to the creature. Or to something consumed by the creature. It slips into you. With sudden clarity, you see a vast orifice blooming open. Blood-slick tendrils unfurling from its depths. Stairs rise from within Wow's titanic body, called by a specific memory pulsing within. Sacrifice to a machine set among shelves of innumerable books. The vision fades, leaving you shaken. You now know exactly how to operate the Trefine in the scriptorium. The very memory that it requires. Your voice echoes in the darkness.
The screams have ended, but the ringing in my ear remains.
Reminds me of a wedding I went to once.
What foul magic creates a creature like that?
Another abominable tool of the gods destroyed. This was well done, Watcher.
Yeah? Leave it.
You have only delayed your death.
Got it.
Hey, so why do I try so hard at keeping you alive if you're just going to go sticking your arm down whatever that is? This isn't a test you need pass, Watcher. No one holds a needle to your throat.
Leave it to me.
Oh, would you look at this?
Sure. Let's do this. This won't stop me for long. After it. Wasted there for it. The stuff. Watch your fire! Just quick! Toss me something else! Why not? Do this.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Good. Let's go. Run, Sam, and come to bed.
Something I can do?
Try something. You like that?
Hey.
Just like that. Tell me.
Oh.
Yeah?
Sorry, friend.
Yeah! Matico, I need to try something else. What do you want? Good. After him. Uh-huh. Come at me, Posterado.
This thing isn't doing the job.
I have never seen anyone brood as forcefully as your bird.
Let's do it again. Won't work.
This is futile!
Yes! No more of that! Not good. Wasted effort. Much blood. No problem.
I feel bad there's not enough for everybody.
Up ahead.
Fall to battle.
Dead!
Take this! So good. Why not?
Hey, it's looking at me. And also at you.
Did you...
Madicco, has she lost her mind again already?
Of course, you're the one who gave me back the stars. Sintere, I'm just not myself outside of the observatory. You don't need to worry about me. Even if I might not always know your face, there's a place in my memory where the idea of you resides. If that makes sense. Before I forget, again, here, some things I picked up on my way back from the collections. It's not much, but it's all I could scrounge together. I don't especially care for potions, but if the Sanctum has any potted plants, I will be sure to water one. I lost more than my senses in this place. The collections takes everything from people. Everything that matters. You've covered a lot of ground, so it can't hurt to ask. Have you seen my grimoire?
I lost my grimoire once. Arkemir poured honey on the pages and left it on the roof for Gallus to pick over. I think he was punishing me for smacking around his favorite imp.
When I got here, someone without a face ripped him out of my clutches. I've been worried sick ever since. Thank you for coming back to me. And thank you, Watcher. Now I have 2 friends, and I feel richer than ever. This is it. Now I remember how I got involved in this mess. I was searching for a celestial catalyst. Ak, you know already. We should have been research partners. I have been researching the properties of wayward stars. If my findings pan out, a piece of one may be the last component I need to scribe my first spell. I know that a star fell on the Black Isles recently. A brilliant purple rock streaked across the sky and landed in this area. The only trick is finding it. Once I have the metal and complete my spell, I'll see to it that you are the second person in all the world to wield its power.
If you had started your tale by explaining how it would benefit us, we would have agreed to it by now.
There is much left unanswered about their power. Stars do not visit the Auror very often. For that reason alone, not many wizards bother to study them. I am just one wizard with a telescope. But I have speculated that there is life among the stars, and its energy reaches out to us from time to time. The hall is obscured like a magpie on the hunt for shiny things. We are more likely to find the celestial catalyst here than anywhere else in the archipelago. Knowing the circle, it will not be so simple. It could take years. Even Consulhoth had to fight for his acceptance.
Save your breath, my dear. The Circle is nothing but a gathering of old crooks dodging taxes by posturing that they care for some nebulous, unachievable greater good.
All the same, I am determined to try. Then we are well paired. Agrasima, Watcher. The keepers of this prison might not permit you to take the star metal. If you must harm someone to claim it, make it quick. Ak, I spotted a shooting star in the skies over the Black Isles. So brilliant and bright. I sent mercenaries to find it, but heard nothing back for some time. Weeks later, their leader reported back to the observatory, but he was wrong on the inside. Like his mind was not his own. I blasted him with everything I had, but he dragged me screaming into that prison. There was something about my research the Hand Occult wanted to hide. They never told me what it was. Sad to say that difficulties of the mind are nothing new for me. Some months ago, a spell backfired, and I need a little help to recall myself from time to time. But that shrieking from the collections, that was different. It wipes you clean. Whole days passed where it took everything I had just to remember to breathe. I think my accident was the only reason I had any mind left to recover. There was some part of me, up here, that the screams never reached. The collections must have claimed the mercenaries. More test subjects for their vile experiments. Every day the Keepers threw more bodies down into the pit. Or fed them alive and screaming to the worm dog. Ask away, Amika. The stars shine down on us always, but we hardly know them at all. Until we can look them in the face, they are a mystery to rival the gods. The stars remind me of my smallness in the wider world. Our wars and our bloodshed, everything which causes us to raise a blade in anger, seem insignificant when you hold them up to starlight. For me, magic is the same, humbling. We organize that power into runes and books, but even then we are only seeing the light that magic casts, not the thing itself. I suppose I'm inspired by the unbearable size and mystery of it all. It gives me hope in sad times.
I get a similar feeling after my morning tea, but you will not hear me waxing poetic about it.
That island lies in some disputed waters. One day out, I launched a colony ship to fortify the beaches, and the Valians responded in kind with a naval blockade. Onekaza held an open court to negotiate territory rights. I was the only petitioner who did not represent one of her enemies, and she thought it would be very funny if the trading companies left empty-handed. She even helped me finance the observatory and donated 10 crates full of books. We have been good friends ever since. Onekaza visits whenever she can make the time. She loves to stargaze.
What you want, Ground Stink? Got something you want to forget? New drugs, red... you...
Once this is behind us, remind me to shake down Bertenno for those damned gloves. Wait.
You're one to talk. For me, it was always about Maura. The fringe benefits were secondary, at best.
Yet the deeper we delve into the Hall's obscured, the more your motives unravel.
Better break this up. It can only get ugly.
Tane, I believe you were about to call me irresponsible, or was it greedy? Remind me.
I came here to pull Maura, our friend, out of a bad situation. At first, I assumed that you had showed up for the same reason. But I won't make that mistake again. Now I know better. You're just as petty and self-interested as anyone in the Circle.
Your sudden sanctimony is curious. Maura's dead, and with her your reason for being here. So why do you remain? Unless rescuing Maura was never your goal. Perhaps your motives and hers are more closely aligned than you led me and the Watcher to believe.
Apologies, Watcher. These are Circle problems, and they'll be kept between Circle wizards for the moment.
Let's set aside the question of Maura for now. A larger problem looms. We cannot allow Wel's Titan body to live. It's simply too dangerous a temptation. We must destroy it.
The only thing you'd be destroying is opportunity. Did it never occur to you that maybe Wel wanted his body to be found so that it could help those of us with the imagination to use it? As cruel as this Sanctum can be, I have a soft spot for that old bucket of eyeballs. I wouldn't want to disappoint our host by leaving empty-handed.
Be grateful you've only us to contend with and not the entire Circle. Calicoth would have reduced this place to smoldering rubble hours ago.
And I'd bet good money on you taking her down.
Don't let Tane manipulate you to further his own impulsive, foolishly optimistic ends.
Foolish optimism has never failed me in the past. At least my plan keeps things interesting.
My plan keeps us alive.
Did you know you reek of that hagfish you carry? Dispose of it at once.
Greetings, visitor. How else might I...
I must focus on the task.
I don't know
at
how her
hand.
dragons have the patience. Len and I have our disagreements from time to time. I guess that's to be expected wherever the circle is concerned. Hey, you've done some good work by us. Kept yourself busy. Don't you worry about Len. We'll have our differences sorted out in no time, and we'll be the best of pals. That's a guarantee from Tane. Freedom is long overdue for those poor wretches in the collections. Now they're leaving the nest, ripe with ideas and new potential. My little thought bombs are all grown up. We helped people. I would never lie about that. The Hand Occult uses this place to rewrite history, obscure the truth, and spin fiction into reality. Now, we've turned their own weapons against them. I wrote a fringe benefit into our spell. The prisoners who knew too much might feel extra talkative once they return to society. Secrets which the Hand wanted obscured will be brought to light. All it took was sipping a few motes of power from Wal's body.
You are a child, playing with explosives.
So you would have left them alone to do unimaginable harm, all in the name of responsibility? Noted.
Bostinago. I would have killed them, as the Watcher should have.
Definitely not. Extremely unlikely. I suppose anything's possible. No need to be glum. Whatever scheme the Hand Occult wanted to accomplish here, we've set it back. Oh, would it have been more fun if you knew everything from the start? Nah. Besides, we're standing in the shadow of WoW. I don't think I could have told the whole truth if I wanted to. All kinds of secrets. Wars that should or shouldn't have started. Scandals. The kinds of things you learn from peering through the wrong keyhole. Not knowing is the real fun of the thing. I'm not saying it was. Theirs might be a carefully organized plan to steer us toward a better future by embellishing some facts and obscuring others. Can you say you've met a single person who deserves that kind of authority? I sure can't. And I'm Tane. Occupational hazard. You should consider early retirement, hanging up the old cloak. Maybe get yourself a nice castle. Oh, right. Sorry. I found these beauties tucked away and thought you might give them a good home. There were more at first, but I lost a few to a juggling accident.
Leave it to me.
When the wheel has ground you all to dust, only I will remain.
Don't let me die in that smelly hole. I'd rather get ripped apart by imps.
How novel.
I would join you down there, but I've got this, fear of being digested. You understand.
Godform's ducts and descended into the chambers below.
We must follow. The body would not harm those who care for it.
The body is not responsible for this wizardry. Return from the canal is recommended.
The scant.
Next time, I will secure a body that lasts.
Lengrath recognizes your song. Is this garden to your liking? Does every blossoming pustule swell your eggs with anticipation? 1,000 apology glands. We are modeled with delight over this garden. But hear in your song a desire to probe deeper. Your song is too beautiful to allow any obstruction to impede its growth. Allow us to fertilize a bed of gratitude.
Why not?
Who do we have here?
Just like
Oh?
Let's do this.
This cannot last, you know.
For me. Oh, good.
No, I cannot do that.
Just that's the stuff. Asher, nice hit. This did nothing. Oh, good.
Yeah, right away.
Leave it to me.
Got it. Sure.
I recognize this. Star metal. Arkemir had a few samples lying around, though they did not glow as brightly as this one. He shunned celestial research. tossed out any studies of the sky that crossed his desk. But it wasn't doubt or disagreement that irked him. No. He acted like he was afraid of something.
Leave it to me.
Hey, watch out.
You like that?
As one. He'll fall by my hand.
This did not leave.
Oh, good.
Of course. See what I can find.
I see you there.
Yes, hired!
Just says the stuff.
Are you afraid?
This did nothing. Roar that
No problem. Yeah? Sure. No sweat. Got it. Sure.
are you on?
Seeing Trevor. Yeah? Take this! Let's go! No problem. Why not? Yeah?
Ever wonder what happened to your old pets, Watcher?
How may I help? How may I help?
That's it! Yeah! Of course.
Leave it to me.
There we are, friend. Open up now and receive me. Watcher of Cadnua, Herald of Bereth, Dusk Speaker. I'm afraid that I, cannot allow you to interfere. We've come entirely too close to turn away now. I was forgetting myself long before I entered the Titan, but through the Titan, I can restore me. Communion.
I'm not sure he means to compel this creature at all.
All of the knowledge in these halls, all of the memories, it all descends, flowing into this titanic form. The me, too, that we were before. I feel it there, pulsing like a heart. It's your story that ends here, I'm afraid. And none shall remember it.
Recall everything. Everything we've ever known. Everything we've never known. We recall young Fieldledge, promising apprentice of the Seathwood. Indomitable Fieldledge, the arcane knight. Fieldledge the unspoiled, archmage of the circle. Fieldledge, wake of the hand occult. All knew us for the spells that bore our name, if nothing else.
Vionledge's wall of flames. Vionledge's wall of many colors. Vionledge's pristine barrier.
His transformation has done little for his stability of mind.
Perfetto. Now he's upset as well as unstable.
No! We will be remembered! We demand the recognition we have earned. We will not be silenced. Val will not bury us as they did the ones who came before. You don't believe the Engwithans were first, do you? Or alone? You already know of the Juana. There were others. Engwith established global influence, not eternal dominion. We cannot allow your egress. Too many secrets taint you as they tainted Vionledge. You must be purified.
I'll see what I can find. Of course.
These ends are info.
That's not very helpful.
You like that?
This won't do.
It all hurts. This did nothing.
Interloper, your presence blights. You disease. Interloper. You succeed only in prolonging your own suffering. Your ignorance.
Your master would see us blinded and mindless for knowing too much.
That is our choice to make, Fiend, not yours.
Purify. Everything in its place.
The moist.
Oh, hello. We didn't see you there.
Like stars across the night sky, the darkness splits into 100 eyes of different shapes, sizes, and colors. Wow.
We recognize you. Barrett's Herald, if we're not mistaken. Oh, you. As delightful as ever. It's strange, though. We find that we were just not thinking about you for the first time in, well, in some time. Where exactly might you be? Oh, that does not seem at all correct. We are quite certain, or fairly certain at least, moderately certain, certainly, that we killed our terrestrial body just as we promised we would. Not that we're above the occasional bent truth, but we don't recall not killing our body, and that really seems the sort of thing that we'd remember. Indeed. And then you went and gave it to those poor unfortunates anyway. Have you missed your scrolls yet? But we were discussing our body and your preposterous claim to lurk within it. Not in the slightest. Though, it does sound like something we would do. We wonder if the Lady of Lament may be having a spot of fun with us. We didn't think the old fish had it in her. Now who's having the spot of fun? No, this hardly seems her style. We suspect she'd have simply sent this place to the bottom of the sea. Perhaps, though, no, surely not. But what if? Well, it certainly would delight us. Perhaps, dear Herald, we hid our body from ourselves. How terribly perverse of us. And thoroughly irresponsible. When we hide something from ourselves, we hide it from the world. The world forgets about it. It forgets about itself. And how are you feeling, dear Herald of Bereth? Sounds, ticklish? But now we're left with a conundrum. What to do? What to do with this overgrown sack of me? No, we should almost certainly take the old beast behind the metaphorical shed. And kill it, obviously. We did agree, after all. We wouldn't want Wodica to turn all Wodica again.
The deity's 100 eyes stare blankly ahead, glistening with moisture, as if on the verge of tears.
What? Those are our limbs and protrusions. Those disgusting wizards must be prevented from harvesting our parts. A pleasure as sometimes, Herald of Bereth. When you return, spare the oracle through whom you commune with us, and the body will return to slumber. Now shoot.
Wild's eyes close and are gone. Your stomach lurches as the ground disappears from under you. And with a sensation like a pop somewhere deep within the recesses of your mind, you plummet back into your physical body. The air cloys at your skin, humid and warm.
Welcome back, Watcher. It is you, Ak.
I'm glad to see you return to us with all your faculties intact.
The eyeball has been watching you this whole time. I think it winked at me.
I thought about stabbing it in, well, the eye, I guess, while you were taking that nap, but... Well, what if you were inside it or something?
You communed with the obscured. Go then. Leave us to our slumber.
Once again, circumstances conspire to place you at the vanguard of important decisions, Ak. Letting Wild rest was a safe way to go. Who knows what might have happened if you tried to put that thing down. Maybe it isn't what I would have done, but you did pretty good. It is possible. Much of my education has been less than straightforward. If anything, accompanying you has been worth 10 apprenticeships. From Tain, I learned that our memories define us, no matter where they come from. Lengrath showed me how there is no end to what we can learn about ourselves. The Spore Colony taught me that... No, I cannot begin to discuss it. That creature was disgusting. I learned from your example that a safe choice is preferable to living with uncertainty. You've given me a lot to consider. That much is beyond doubt. Aye, aye, Casita. We are not here to delight each other with empty pleasantries. Unless I am mistaken, you have a goal to catch, trading companies to pit against each other, and an archipelago to pacify. No pressure, Casita.
You're back! And a bit more alive than I anticipated. You've got some gore on you. It's just awful. Really, Aaron, let me help.
Welcome back. You've returned in one piece. I can't say I'm thrilled to discover you let Wal's Titan form lie dormant. You've only delayed the inevitable. Still, better left alone than striding the Earth.
Can't help but feel I missed my only chance to enjoy Wal's return. I understand why you did what you did. After you've been stepped on by a god, waking one up must seem dull by comparison. I suppose you're right. In the meantime, we'll have to solve our problems on strictly mortal terms.
What do you plan to do next? Enjoy yourself. You deserve a reprieve, whatever comes after this. If we don't see each other again, take care. Meeting you was a unique pleasure I won't soon forget.
Thanks for circling back, Watcher. Maybe it's good that Wal sleeps a little longer. Spend a few centuries growing longer tentacles, more bulbous eyes. He'll wake up again when the world is ready for a mystery of his size. You did good out there. Hope you realize that. Look at me getting all sentimental again. You need anything from your friend Tane, you just ask.
This is the one.
I didn't see you cast any spell. How could you even know this?
Stand back, Watcher. I have waited so long for this moment. Not even gratitude will slow me down. A moment, Watcher. I doubt I could forget the words if I lived to be 1,000, but let me write them down where they belong.
The Circle doesn't deserve talent like hers.
There. Bekarna's midnight daydream. Not a bad ring to it, huh? Keep this as a memento, my friend. A nice statement piece for the dinner table. That hum of power is relaxing in the palm of your hand, no?
You scribed a new spell? Right there on the spot?
I had an early draft prepared already, but it was missing a little something. It channels starlight into a living ball, inspiring and motivating all that it touches before dispersing back into the ether.
Your spell is an orb? Is this a joke at my expense? What are you trying to do? Upstage my greatest achievement? Or is this outright plagiarism? Am I? Easy to say when you've got your boat, your pets, your watcher vision, your castle. Well, you haven't got your castle, but that's hardly the point. That orb made me. I'm nothing without it.
Tane, I will explain if you will give me the space to fit in a word. Your orb was the first spell I ever learned. When I saw how you harnessed the chaos, pain, and uncertainty of a restless mind, I was never the same. The orb dazzled me. It still does. So if my spell has an echo of yours, it is only because I am the result of my influences. And I want to inspire others the way you inspire me.
Huh. I believe I owe you an apology. Your orb is very nice. Once we're done here, I can recommend you some good scribes to copy it down. After all, once you're an archmage, you'll be responsible for any misprints.
I would like that. As spells go, it is a little tough to control. I feel as if I have climbed a long and winding staircase, opened the door at the top, and found a polished spyglass waiting for me. Now I have the entire sky to still explore. I do not know what comes next, but I am pleased to have come this far, especially with good company. For now, I want to spend some time with my book and my observatory, and a well-deserved cup of tea. Before you go, a parting gift. You have done enough for me that I owe you more than a roll of parchment. I happened upon this friendly-looking book while you were out looking for the star metal. And here there is a blank page, like it was waiting for us. May you do great things with it. Thanks to you, I have remembered much, and learned more than I could ever forget. A Grasimer Watcher. This would have been extremely unlikely without good friends.
You give us too much credit for something you figured out alone. Bask in that achievement and let me know how it feels, Ak.